Half a day Flosstube. I'm Lynette.
And I'm Little One.
And we're here at Homesteading on the Home Front, coming to you for episode number 9. It is Tuesday, December 19th. Plans are underway for the Christmas celebration. The kids are out of school, and we thought we would do an episode so that somebody can show you all that she's been doing over the past couple of weeks. So, Little One, let's get started. You have some finishes to show.
I do. This is Little House Needleworks, Gentle and Kind. As I said before, I changed the words to mean what my middle name means.
Yep, so this was all finished. Last summer when we were home for a visit, I found a matching pair of frames that are going to be perfect for this one and then the one that she showed earlier with her first name. I did not bring them back to Guam with us because I didn't think they'd survive the trip. So this one is not going to be framed until this summer when we get home for good. What else do you have for us?
I have this little snowman.
That was a kit that she started several years ago when she first got into stitching. And I think, did you have the buttons done?
I had one button done.
I think she had done the black buttons and gave it up because there was a lot of confetti stitching. So she decided this year she could handle that stitching, and I finished it for her, and it's an absolutely adorable ornament.
Mm-hmm. I have this Rudolph ornament.
This is from, bless you, this is from Christmas Cross Stitch, McCall's, 1991. And she saw this Rudolph and decided she wanted to stitch him up. So I don't think we made many changes. I just added the bells at the bottom. Simple, quick. We backed it with wool from my stash, and that's that. And her third ornament that she's been working on. Tell the story about how you decided to make this ornament.
So we were stitching while watching Pam and Steph on Flosstube, and they were showing off ornaments that they had done. And I was nearly done with Rudolph, I think, at that point. And I saw hers and her version of this, and I was like, I want to do that. That's really cute.
And lucky for her, I happen to have the Just Cross Stitch ornament issue. I think, is it 2017 that came from?
I don't know.
2017 or 2016, I don't know. It's a frosted pumpkin design. And so originally she wanted to take the lazy route and only stitch the penguin and maybe the North Pole sign. But I said, I don't know, I think it's really cute as a snow globe. So she decided she would do the whole thing, and it came out really cute. I found the crystal strands of plastic crystals at the local craft/hardware store, and I thought they would be good for some ornament or another, so I brought it home, and then we decided that it would be good on this one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so 3 ornaments and your middle name.
Mm-hmm.
4 finishes. Good job. So show them what you're working on now.
So this one is another Little House Needleworks, Schoolgirl Lessons, and I ran out of thread.
We, in 2015, we had sold our house in Virginia. We were making the final drive from Virginia back home to Massachusetts to visit with my family before we got on the plane to Guam. I was tired. I was stressed out because we had just sold the house and packed up, and my husband wasn't there to help. So we got into Connecticut, and I said, I think there's a cross-stitch shop around here. Let's see. So I pulled up the Garmin, and we were not far at all from Thistles. So we went to the needle workshop there, and she found this strand of, was it Gentle Arts?
I don't know.
The sampler thread. It was variegated purple, and purple's her favorite color, so she loved it. So she convinced me to buy her some fancy floss. So then she decided she wanted to do this pattern in it, and it never even occurred to me that one strand of floss wouldn't do it. So that project is currently at a standstill while we attempt, with fingers crossed, to get another strand of iris from Gentle Arts that matches. I attempted to pull some DMC colors. We were able to match the light color very well. The darker purple, though, there's no DMC equivalent. So we're going to play it by ear and see what happens with that one. But for now, that one's on hold. And what are you working on in the meantime?
I'm doing the reindeer at the top. I'm changing it a bit. I'm only doing the head and maybe the bell. And I'm changing its nose because it's going to be a girl.
We decided she'd already stitched Rudolph, so this is going to be Clarice. And this comes from the Better Homes and Gardens Just Cross Stitch 2001. So show them your progress.
I'm almost done filling her in. The one at the bottom is her nose. And as you can see, I'm really close to being able to say I filled her in, and I'm done, almost done with her.
And show them your needle minder.
This my needle minder.
I was at the hardware/craft store and found a package of little mini ornaments and knew immediately that I was going to turn them into needle minders. So that's what we did. Okay, so that's a lot of stitching you've been doing.
Yeah.
She is, she's saving all of our orts. Tell them why.
Again, when we were watching Pam and Steph, they were talking about how they made an ornament. And by saving all their orts and putting them into an openable clear ornament and writing down the year. And I thought that was a really cool idea, so I'm saving ours.
We've got a little ways to go, but that's okay. All right, so my turn? Okay, I have been busy. The last video I showed a bunch of ornaments that I had finished stitching, but I had not FFO'd. So I am happy to tell you that they are all FFO'd. Most of these have come from the Just Cross Stitch ornament issues. I'm not sure on many of them which year because I didn't write it down, but I know in my last video I gave some information. So if there's something here that you see and you want to know what issue it is, just shoot me a message and I will get that for you. The first one I finished is a Glory Bee design. Very simple, very quick and easy to stitch up. Backed again. You're going to see me use a lot of wool to back these ornaments with, and the reason is twofold. First of all, it's very easy. You just have to cut it and glue it because wool doesn't fray. So you don't need another piece of mat board to fold it all over and make the edges nice like you would if you were using regular cotton fabric. The other reason is that I have a ton of wool in my stash. I had hosted a wool penny rug class in my home in Virginia before we left, and fell in love with making the wool pennies and wool applique. And the teacher told us that a lot of her wool comes from thrift store clothes. And I'm a thrift store fanatic, that will surprise nobody. And we had a great DAV a quarter of a mile away in Virginia. And so I would go and find 100% wool clothing and take it home and rip it apart and wash it and dry it and felt it. And so I have a lot of wool. I knew also as soon as we got orders to Guam that I would not be finding a lot of wool here. So that was even further incentive to add to my stash. And as a result, I have a lot of wool. So that's why we're backing our ornaments with the wool. This one is a Prairie Schooler, also from the Just Cross Stitch, one of their ornaments. And this one I didn't love, but I had a skinny piece of Ada left, and so I stitched it. Really quick, really easy. Oops. This one is actually Little One's ornament for this year. Again, red felt on the back, just some rickrack around the side, and some baker's twine to hang it with. I thought it went really cute. This is her sister's ornament. So you can see that they kind of go together, but they're not exact. These were both free charts, and I gave the links to them in my last video. So if you're interested in either of these, go check out video number 8 in the notes section, and the links will be there. Again, this one, you've all seen it. Probably one of my favorites from this year's Just Cross Stitch magazine. I just added some rickrack. What a surprise. Red wool on the back. We're good. I do have to go back on these and add my initials in the year to them. This one is maybe one of my favorites. It's a Prairie Schooler. The initial discussion between Little One and myself was whether that was a moose or a reindeer, and I think I concluded that she was right. It was a reindeer, but I think it could be a moose. Just some cording around the sides and the little pins stuck in. And I absolutely love the way this one turned out. I don't know why. And then probably the most surprising one for me is this one. I stitched it, again, because I had a tall, skinny piece of linen left. This was a free design from the Drawn Thread. Again, the link is in last video, so if you're interested in that, go get it. But I just finished up. I love the way it looks finished. So again, just some of that brown cording and a simple red bow, and it's a pretty little ornament. And then the last two I have to show you, I showed you a long time ago. I stitched these several months ago and just never got around to finishing them. So finally did that because I knew that I wanted them on the tree this year. And so this one, they're the same design. Out of a Just Cross Stitch magazine. It was not the 2017 issue. It was maybe 2016 or 15. This one I did on Ada, and I used some jewels. And this one was on some dark blue linen, and I used some buttons because the jewels were the wrong size. And I added the little mini pom-poms and stitched up. I didn't think I was gonna like him, but hanging on the tree, I really do. He's pretty cute. So that's it for my FFOs and my ornaments. Oh, no, it's not. I lied. I have one more. You have seen this guy and this guy. I had showed you my snowman that I stitched up, but I finally finished him into a pillow to match. The only thing I did differently with him was I put him on the plaid because I thought he looked really cute on the plaid that the others were backed with. So it kind of breaks things up a little. And I really like that this can stay out all winter. even on Guam. I just, this bowl has dried oranges and apples and pomegranates and stuff. And I usually keep some other little bee smalls in it. But for Christmas and winter, that's what we've got. The links to those I've also put in past issues or past episodes. This one was definitely from a Just Cross Stitch. I just don't know what year. This one is from, I downloaded from Etsy, so that link is in one of my prior videos too. So if you're interested and can't find it, then shoot me a message and I'll help you out. So in my last episode, I said that I wanted to stitch on Christmas ornaments until Friday the 15th because that's when the kids get out of school. And so I did that, finished up my ornaments over the weekend, and yesterday we did some finishing. But since then, I've been stitching on my Nantucket Girl Sampler, which I really want to get done by the end of the year. This is my oldest WIP. I think definitely was doing it in 2015, probably earlier than that. Yeah, can you hold that bottom corner, unroll it? So as you can maybe see or not see, I'm almost done. Sorry for all the wrinkles, I just literally took it off the hoop. So I just have to finish putting my name in. And then I'm going to add down in this corner, I think, I'm going to add a beehive. I changed it to read the Navy Wife Sampler, or the Navy Wife Song instead of the Nantucket Girl Song. And because it's kind of Navy related, I wanted to include a beehive because the Navy Sea Bees are near and dear to our hearts, and I thought it would be a neat personalization. So just adding my name and adding the beehive, and I think I'm going to be done. So my goal was by the end of the year, definitely going to make that. I have a stitch along schedule to start on the 26th with Donna Ray. We're going to be doing the Alcott sampler. So I'm going to finish up Nantucket Girl, and then I don't know what I'm going to do between now and the 26th. Maybe another ornament, which brings me into... Remember in my last episode where I showed you these and I said, I don't know what I'm going to do them on. It's definitely not going to be red because there's no red in my stash. Famous last words, right? Because I might have purchased some linen in a lot on eBay. Red linen, yes, it's linen. It's actually Congress cloth. I don't know what Congress cloth is. That's a new one to me. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to do them on red. I still don't. I kind of think they might be interesting on black because there's a lot of like the red and black and green, so it looks a little chalkboardish. I don't know. We might get to them, we might not. But I now officially have a lifetime supply of linen of all different colors, all different counts. So that should keep me busy for a while. And I think that's it, except for the giveaway. In video 7B, I said we were celebrating 500 subscribers and I was going to do the drawing the week of the 18th. And the week of the 18th is here. So this is the project bag that I made and I'm giving away. We have 54 names. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but we have the true random number generator. Oh, that's dark. I don't know. You're going to have to trust us. 1 through 54. I'm going to hit generate. The result is number 6. I don't know if you can read that. So let's go to the list.
Number 6.
Number 6 is Charmaine Howell. Congratulations, Charmaine. I will reply to your original message on the, see, number 6, Charmaine. I will apply to your original message on my Flosstube episode. But you can shoot me a message via YouTube or Facebook, or probably not Instagram because, yeah, probably YouTube is the best way. But like I said, I will message you. I think that's it for our episode. It's a short one. We went by fast. Wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I have another episode that I pre-recorded that will probably be put up next week. I had some Christmas stitches that I mailed and sent off. The recipients have now received them, but I videoed that before I mailed them. So that video will show those 2 projects, all FFO'd. It will also talk about what I plan to work on in 2018. Of course, in the 2 weeks since I pre-recorded that video, I've found some more projects to add to my list. So, like I said in that video, like, those are the ones I'm going to probably work on, but chances are things are going to change. You guys know how it is. So anyway, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating. I hope it's a merry one with lots of family time and stitching time. I loved all of you who entered, listed your favorite wintertime activities. My personal favorite wintertime activity is sitting at home hibernating. Hopefully there's a pot of chili cooking on the wood stove or bread baking in the oven to, you know, provide some good wintry scents. But that is my favorite winter activity, and I would have to say that it is also the favorite winter activity of probably 90-95% of you. So hope you have some good stitch time over the next coming weeks. I will, like I said, I will upload that pre-recorded video next week, and then I will probably see you sometime after the new year. So happy 2018. Wishing you healthy bodies and happy minds and lots of stitchy goodness and fair winds and following seas.